Hello students, welcome back to our channel. Right, today our topic is about electric current. So in that, first of all, let us see what is meant by electricity. Electricity is the branch of science in which electric charges are studied. Electricity is again having two sub branches. One is static electricity and another one is current electricity. So what about static electricity? If we are going to study about the charges which are at rest, then we call that study as static electricity. If we are going to study about the charges which are at motion, we call it as current electricity. Now let us learn about the difference between conductors and insulators. So look at the two simple electric circuits. In the first electric circuit, I have taken a bulb, battery and a key, and these three components I have connected by using copper wire. Now look at the second circuit. Same bulb, battery and a key I have taken, and I have connected these three components by using nylon wire. Now let us start this activity. Now switch on the key now. Then what happens? The bulb glows. Now look at the second circuit. Even in the second circuit, you switch on the key now. Then what happens? Here bulb does not glow. What is the reason? The reason is, here in both circuits we are using an energy source called battery, and that energy transfer should take place from battery to the bulb. So in the first case, the energy transfer is taking place, but in the second case, the energy transfer is not taking place. Hence, we call this copper wire as a conductor and this nylon wire as insulator. So, let us know the definitions of conductors and insulators. What is a conductor? The conductor is a material through which energy can be transferred from battery to bulb. We call it as a conductor. What is insulator? The energy transfer cannot be taken place from battery to bulb. We call it as insulator. Okay. Now you may have got one doubt. What is the doubt? The doubt is, why some materials are acting as conductors and why some materials are acting as insulators. So to learn about this one, we must learn about a theory called Drude and Larsen theory. So according to Drude and Larsen theory, conductors like metals have free electrons and it also have positive charge fixed in the space. We call that space as lattice. So look at this diagram carefully. So consider a metal wire which is in open circuit. The meaning of open circuit is it is not connected to any battery. So you can look at the positive charges. They are fixed in the space inside the metal wire. The positive charges are fixed. We call that space as lattice. And what about electrons? It has large number of free electrons, and those electrons are moving randomly in all directions when it is in open circuit. But look at this one. When the metal wire is connected to a battery, we call this circuit as open closed circuit. We call this circuit as closed circuit. Why I am calling it as closed circuit? The reason is it is connected to a battery. Energy transfer is taking place. So when this metal wire is connected to a battery, then look at the free electrons. The free electrons are moving in a particular direction. And what about positive charge? The positive charge is fixed in the lattice, but the free electrons are moving in particular direction. This ordered motion of electrons is called electric current. But observe carefully, when the conductor is connected in open circuit, that is when it is not connected to any battery, the net charge is 0. The net charge is 0 when the conductor is in open circuit. But when the conductor is in closed circuit, the net charge is not 0. Right. So how can we define electric current? So we can define electric current as the amount of charge passing through any cross section of a conductor in 1 second, we call it as electric current. Electric current is denoted with the letter I, and its formula is I equal to Q by T. Just now I said the definition. Electric current is defined as the amount of charge passing through any cross section of a conductor in 1 second. We call it as electric current. Hence the formula will be I equal to Q by T. Now let us see the units of electric current. The unit of charge is coulomb and the unit of time is second. Hence the unit of electric current is coulomb per second. Right? And coulomb per second is also called ampere, and 1 ampere is equal to 1 coulomb per 1 second. 1 coulomb per 1 second. Right? How to measure electric current? So what is the device used to measure the electric current? Now look at this circuit, observe carefully. A battery, a bulb and a key is connected, and here one device I have connected. We call it as ammeter. Now this ammeter is a device used to measure electric current. How much current is passing, it will show us. And how this ammeter should be connected in any electric circuit. Ammeter is always connected in series. Don't forget, ammeter is always connected in series connection only. The direction of electric current. So what is the direction of electric current? The conventional direction of electric current is the direction of flow of positive charge. Means in which direction the positive charge is moving, the same direction will be the direction of current. We call this as conventional direction. But at this modern times, we are not taking this as the direction of current. We are taking as the direction of opposite to the direction of negative charge. Nothing but electrons. The direction of current is opposite to the direction of electric current. Now let us see one numerical problem on electric current. So look at this problem. If 20 coulombs of charge is flowing through a conductor in 10 seconds, then what is the current passing through it? So what is the data given? So the given data is how much charge is flowing. The charge is given as 20 coulombs, and in how much time it is flowing. Time is given as 10 seconds, and they asked us to calculate the current passing through it. So we know the formula for current. The formula for current is I equal to Q by T. Just by substituting the values, 20 by 10, 0, 0 cancels, and answer is 2 coulombs per second, or it is also called 2 amperes. So right, so in this manner we can calculate the numerical problems by using the formula I equal to Q by T. Thank you.